Mr. Howard, September 9/11, you were in the States, you were in Washington, a missile hit the Pentagon, flames, smoke. I saw images of you. You looked a bit afraid.
Well, Richard, I was shocked and rattled by that. And my position was, what part had I played in creating a society that was so hated? I mean, I was seriously concerned that Australians were at risk. I seriously reconsidered my commitment to the American alliance.
Looking back now, since that time, when you rushed into the arms of the Bush administration and all the things that have happened, Abu Ghraib, the torture of prisoners, the incredible deaths in Iraq, the rising discontent in your own country, have you not had some doubts about it, some feelings that it was a huge mistake?
Well, I suppose you're going to ask about WMD. Everybody does.
Mr. Howard, in hindsight, do you think it was a mistake to rely so much on the intelligence of President Bush?
I went into Iraq. I made that decision based upon credible evidence, and the intelligence that I received, George Bush's intelligence, plus Tony Blair's intelligence, surely equalled a lot of intelligence.
But nevertheless, they weren't there, and Australia and America and Britain invaded without having the blessing of the United Nations.
We could have waited another year or 18 months, or, you know, I mean...
And then we would have found there was no weapons and we wouldn't have gone in, and the world would be a much better place.
What am I going to do? Just deny the idea that there were weapons of mass destruction? I mean, come on, Richard.
Well, you've had plenty of time to rethink that invasion since. I mean, you've known for a long time there weren't weapons, and you've known for a long time that Iraqis are dying by the thousands.
No, as George Bush said to me, Rome was not burned down and rebuilt in a day. I mean, this will take some time. I understand that. And I understand how it looks as well, Richard.
You do understand that?
I understand that it may look that way.
I mean, we've destroyed an entire infrastructure, so now we're going to rebuild it.
Well, listen, Saddam Hussein was one of the most dangerous despots that this world has ever seen.
Would you say that he was a war criminal, Saddam Hussein, because of the previous wars against Iran and his Kuwait and so forth?
Well, we are looking at Iran.
Yes. Oh, what, Australia?
Well, George Bush is looking at Iran. I mean, maybe that's where the WMDs are, you know.
I almost can't believe I'm hearing this, because I asked a question about whether Saddam Hussein was a war criminal, but people in your own country are beginning to wonder whether John Howard is a war criminal.
Oh, well, look, I get called a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I get called a lot of things. You've got to have a pretty thick skin in this business. I've been at it a long time.
But tell me honestly, deep down, do you sometimes have feelings of regrets about Australia's invasion of Iraq?
I don't regret anything.